You improve.
It looks like a dark street now, doesn't it? Welcome back to Hakuoki.
Welcome back to Tired Kage Fumbles Her Lines.
No, Kage, no.
Into the dark street we ran. Wow, this music is very fitting. I discovered quickly that half the year indoors did little for my physique and I was out of shape.
You could have spent more time exercising when you had nothing else to do in your room, huh, Makoto?
After only
Talking to yourself?
After only a few blocks, I was gasping for breath. Yamazaki, who was running ahead of me, suddenly stopped and looked sharply behind us.
No matter what happens, follow this street. Don't look back.
Don't tell me someone's behind us.
You don't need to know that.
Seems like Yamazaki's hunch was right. What should I tell Yamazaki? I'll stay behind. Yamazaki, please, you should go.
Don't be a fool. What could you possibly do by staying behind?
I have a sword. If I distract the enemies, then you could go in the meantime.
If we'll need a lure, then it's going to be me. Run for it.
Yamazaki wasn't looking to take no for an answer, so I nodded in good faith. I looked to what lay ahead for me. As I stepped into the next intersection, I saw a flash of metal from the corner of my eye.
Keep going! I'll catch up in a moment! Just keep running until you see a white uniform!
Right! I kept running. I pretended I didn't hear the sounds of swords ringing against one another behind me, and I ran. My knees felt weak and my legs shook, but I kept going. They'd have to collapse or tear themselves to pieces before I'd stop. Even so, I felt so slow. I wanted to cry out, to scream at my body to go faster. Faster! Ah! A bright light suddenly cut through the darkness, and I placed my hand over my eyes from the glare. My heart stopped. Was it Choshu soldiers? I froze. Hijikata.
What the hell are you doing?
I very neatly began to cry with relief. Hijikata was...
Neatly?
What did that say?
Doesn't seem like it should have said neatly.
Nearly.
Wow, you cry very neatly. Has anyone ever told you that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I can't read.
Stop it.
My eyes...
Why? When did it become that you forgot how to read?
It's not that I forgot how to read. It's that I'm squinting my eyes because my eyes keep watering.
No.
Hijikata was not dressed in the usual light blue jacket, but rather a bright white uniform to be seen in dimly lit places. That answers your question, Izumi. Izumi has been asking me since this game came out why they have the white jackets.
Then you're just a Sorai. It's like, aren't you supposed to blend into your environment if you're trying to do a sneaky thing?
Then they wouldn't be wearing their jackets. It's so that they can easily be found by other members.
Right, which makes sense. But it's just like...
And instead, I simply collapsed as Harada reached out to grab me. Ah! This is why I should control the game.
Hey, you alright? If you left the headquarters without permission, Hijikata is gonna kill you.
I grabbed hold of Harada's hand and pulled my body to its feet. I wanted to tell him I had permission to leave and explain it was all right for me to be there, but I was so winded that I could barely speak. Besides, I wasn't sent to Hijikata to make excuses. I took as deep a breath as my shuttered lungs could manage before speaking. They're meeting at Ikeda! Suddenly, Hijikata's expression changed.
Then they are at Ikeda.
I nodded rapidly.
Not.
Ow, it gave me whiplash.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Are you sure?
Hijikata gestured toward me.
Sanan lost his arm, not his brain. The kid didn't run away. The Colonel sent us this message. I'm pretty impressed you found us. I didn't think you knew Kyoto that well, kid.
Yeah, Yamazaki. I'd finally got some of my breath back, and I did my best to tell them what had happened.
What about the Aizu and the Commissioner's men? Are they on their way to Ikeda?
I just shook my head. Hijikata thought for a moment, then spoke.
Saito, Harada, you take our men to Ikeda. I need to go deal with something.
Harada and Saito nodded curtly, then turned to their business.
Kyoto will be dangerous for you alone. Stay with us, or go with Hijikata.
I still lacked the breath to respond properly, so I simply nodded. We both knew they couldn't leave me here, but whom should I accompany? The prospect of being alone with him was rather frightening, but for reasons I still don't understand, I decided to go with Hijikata. We were quiet for a while. I felt like I should say something, but I wasn't sure what. Instead, I kept quiet. After a moment, he glanced down at me. God, that's so obnoxious.
From seriousness?
I liked the cherry blossom one from the last game better.
Me too. Well, this one is just like, why is a fairy butterfly just sparkling in?
Fairy butterfly.
Look, it sparkles and it does something that sounds like should be in some children's fairy game.
Okay.
I was like, you did a good job.
Shush! So Hana could read his line.
Good job with that message. It might have given us the advantage we needed.
I never thought Hijikata of all people would praise me for anything. My heart fluttered momentarily in my chest.
Oh, stop your fluttering.
But what did he mean by an advantage? If the battle at the Ikeda Inn had begun, it didn't seem like we had much of an advantage at all. We stepped from the alley into the central avenue. Hijikata? Why are we out here on the street?
What kind of man tries to hide all the time?
I blinked, not sure what to make of that. Yamazaki appeared beside us without making a sound. Yamazaki! You're safe!
Of course I am.
He didn't seem to have been hurt at all, thank goodness. Yamazaki's eyes slid to me for a moment, then back to Hijikata.
You're aware of the situation at Ikeda, I assume. Colonel Sanan ordered me to notify the Aizu and the Judiciary Commissioner, but... Yeah, I'll have new orders for you in a few minutes. Stick close for now. Understood. Your commander needs to go have a word with a bunch of useless bastards.
Deep in his cold eyes, I saw a spark of anger. They appeared as the words came out of his mouth, lines of government soldiers marching towards us. There were hundreds of them marching across the entire width of the street, several rows deep. Now I understand why Hijikata took us out into the street. We would never have seen the government force as we shimmied through the back alleys. There was something about their march, so slow and unconcerned, that lit the fires of anger in my eyes. The rest of the men are still fighting at the inn. The Shinsengumi had a few soldiers able to fight, but they were risking their lives for Kyoto. Didn't these men have the same responsibility? Why weren't they rushing to help us at the inn? Perhaps my anger was more obvious than I realized, because Hijikata gave a snort of laughter.
Don't worry. I'll make sure they don't screw us.
He stepped forward into the very middle of the street, directly in front of the advancing soldiers. All he did was move a few feet and turn to face them, but he held such authority in his movements. He could have easily been at the head of an army.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, do we need
I hear someone outside playing music while also doing the stream thing, so I'm going to try to get one and then be turned off.
Oh, do we need to pause?
No, continue. I know this part.
Okay.
Go.
The Shinsengumi are currently conducting an official investigation of the Ikeda Inn. You will not interfere. You will not enter the Ikeda Inn.
Even I could see that the government men were going to protest Hijikata's proclamation when Yamazaki leaned over to whisper in my ear.
If we let these men walk into the inn, then they'll take credit for subduing this Choshu threat.
What? How could they? After all the Shinsengumi had done. Just didn't seem fair.
Sorry about that.
But it's the men of the Shinsengumi who are risking their lives.
Then you see now how little respect they have for the Shinsengumi. The commander is single-handedly protecting the Shinsengumi right now. If we allow them to step into the Ikeda Inn, they will spread tales of their false heroism. All that we may do here tonight will be in vain if we allow them to front the raid. That is why the commander is trying to prevent the Aizu domain from intruding.
Yamazaki held Hijikata in such high regard. So when Hijikata said we have an advantage, this is what he was referring to. But we must.
You really think you can fit all these men in there? The best you'll be able to do is surround it. Unless you really want to send them in there to die. There's a fight going on. If you value the lives of your men, I suggest you stay put.
Hijikata's tone, as much as his words, left no room for argument. Until the battle ended, he stood his ground, and not a single man challenged him. Finally, the sun rose from the black sky.
Oh, we're not there for the night.
No, we're not at the Ikeda Inn. We don't get to see what happened there. The raid itself had lasted only 2 hours, but for me at least, it had felt far longer. There had been 20 Imperial nationalists at the Ikeda Inn. The Shinsengumi had killed 7 Ronin and injured 4 more. I learned later that with the help of the Aizu domain and the Kyoto Judiciary Commissioner, they arrested 23 people. The owner of the Ikeda Inn had also been arrested for trying to help the Choshu rebels escape. The Shinsengumi had won an incredible victory, fighting against superior numbers in enemy territory, but they paid dearly for it. Okta had taken a blow to the chest and lost consciousness. Heisuke had been cut on the forehead, and the bleeding refused to stop. Nagakura had injured his left hand. One of the Shinsengumi soldiers lost his life at the inn's rear entrance, and 2 others were severely injured there as well. It didn't seem likely that they would survive. The Kyoto military and judiciary commissioners also fought the Choshu Ronin. Yeah, we already know this. With their successful resolution of the Battle of Ikeda Inn, we also know what that is now, the Shinsengumi had, at last, made a name for themselves. Battle of the Ikeda Inn, the incident where the Shinsengumi troops raided the Ikeda Inn, yes. It looked as though the peace in Kyoto had been protected. Never could I have imagined what the ultimate result of their victory would be. July 1864. End of July 1864. Weeks passed since the Battle of the Ikeda Inn. In the meantime, the Shinsengumi grew stricter during their rounds to arrest the numerous outlawed Onin that escaped from the Ikeda Inn. Rumors surfaced of extremists who were plotting to exact revenge on the Shinsengumi. Additionally, there were also problems occurring with warriors spanning from other domains, making things tense around the headquarters. Things were finally settling down. As a result of my efforts during the battle, they grew more encouraging of my involvement. The Shinsengumi allowed me to sweep the area in front of the headquarters on my own. One day I was cleaning the courtyard with a broom when I heard gentle footsteps approaching me.
Eva. Guy.
Excuse me, but is this the Shinsengumi headquarters?
I think that's Iba, anyway. Oh, yes! The voice came from behind me, so I was caught off guard when answering. It is Iba. Okay.
Aha!
I wasn't sure if it was Iba or the other person I was thinking of.
No, I kind of remembered it was Eva.
Didn't I meet you the other day?
Hello. It's been a while since the tea shop.
I met him on the first day I was allowed to leave the Shinsengumi compound. Was the mysterious samurai that helped me while I awaited Hijikata's return at the tea shop. Why, yes, I appreciate your help the other day.
No problem. I mean, as I told you then, the pleasure was all mine. I don't think you did tell her that.
Hi, Cam.
In any case, I'm glad to see that you seem to be doing well, Makoto.
Now that I remember it, this man called me by my name when I encountered him, but I never learned his name. I remembered Hijikata scolded me for not knowing his name, so I brought up the question. I'm so sorry for never asking your name despite you saving me. We're doing good, Kim. Tired. Is it alright if I get your name? His eyes twinkled kindly before he spoke, and I sensed a faint melancholy in his voice.
I am Hachiro Iba.
Ah, Hachiro Iba. What a pretty name. I have to tell Hijikata later. So, how may I help you today, Iba?
Oh, well...
Iba kept stealing a glance towards the base. I assumed his business was with the Shinsengumi. When I first met him, Iba defended a tea shop keeper from Takeda. In this encounter, Takeda proudly declared himself as a warrior of the Shinsengumi. I slightly suspected Iba intended to visit and inform the leaders about the incident. Hijikata showed up suddenly, as if he telepathically knew I was speaking to someone.
She's speaking to someone that's not me.
Oh, Hijikata! This man is... Before I could finish my sentence, the man ran towards Hijikata.
Squee! I knew it! Toshi! It's me, Hachiro! Long time no see! You're... Wait. Hachiro? What the hell are you doing here?
He's excited.
No.
He's excited, happy.
Oh.
It's like his friend, like, oh my god.
You're... Wait. Hachiro? Oh my god, what the hell are you doing here?
Not like that, no!
Read it properly.
God.
I know, Happy Sephiroth is a hard image, but come on.
Wait. Hachiro? What the hell are you doing here?
When Hijikata realized who it was, his eyes grew wide.
Are you surprised? I visited Kyoto with shogunate orders.
Shogunate orders.
What do you think what do you think shogunate orders fucking are? Forget about me, man. So it really was you. Forget.
Try reading that again.
Forget about me. Man, so it really was you connected to the Shinsengumi. I couldn't believe it until I made sure for myself. Congratulations! You really did become a samurai. Oh, come on, don't mock me. I mean, we're treated no better than any ronin. Yes, but your dream of becoming a samurai came true. Hey, I said don't mock me. Oh, come now, the Shinsengumi are famous in Edo. You are so feared that even crying children go hush. Behave yourself, or the Shinsengumi will come to slice you up in your sleep.
Nani?
He's not wrong.
I heard about your victory at the Ikeda Inn. It would seem you lot are flourishing. Well, we're working on it.
How very unlike himself. Hijikata seemed to be flustered, and his cheeks were rosy. Their rapport suggests they've known each other for some time. Were they good friends? I still need to tell Hijikata that Iba was the samurai who came to my aid at the tea shop. Once I verified their conversation had come to a halt, I mustered the courage to speak to Hijikata. Hijikata? This was the young gentleman who helped me from Takeda the other day at the tea house.
Helped you from Takeda.
Who helped me with Takeda, I guess.
Saved you from
Revealing
Takeda?
him.
Hijikata furrowed his eyebrows.
Oh. I see. Sorry for her causing trouble. Well, rather, I guess you saw something you shouldn't have seen. I just happened to pass by. Besides, I was there for personal reasons, so I didn't report it to anyone.
Huh.
Ow. Oh.
What did you just do?
Kayla just flopped down behind him.
Ha.
Oh. Well, thanks for that. Hey, we don't need to have this conversation out in the sun. Why don't you come inside?
Hijikata looked uncomfortable offering anyone any sort of kindness, but he looked at Iba warmly. I took tea to the two in the hall. Hijikata told me to remain there, so I decided to listen in.
Yeah, it's definitely storming. We might get knocked offline.
Honestly, I kind of want to stop after this episode because my eyes are really bothering me.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we got 2 hours in. So that's not me.
So you claimed you came to Kyoto with shogunate orders. What are you here for? I'm currently in Okuzume.
Okuzume, an organization intent on protecting the shogunate. It is comprised of talented swordsmen from shogunate and lower-ranking vassals.
Vassals.
And
Vassals.
In Okuzume? I listened intently but subtly since I was unfamiliar with the contents of their conversation.
He's a Hatamoto of the shogunate.
Hatamoto, high-ranking vassals of the Tokugawa who serve the shogun directly.
He is entrusted with protecting the shogun and his guests and friends who surround him.
Oh wow, I'm honored to meet such a man.
Oh, please, I am nothing special. This is a job I acquired from connections with my father.
But what would bring a man of his stature here, Hijikata? This man Iba was someone who worked directly with the shogun. What an honor. Made no sense why he would interact with the Shinsengumi or why he had business with us.
Oh, I see what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would he know a guy like me, huh?
I did my best to nod without offending him.
You see, not only is this gentleman a Hamamoto...
That should say Hatamoto.
Hatamoto. But he is the heir to the Shingyoto Ryu Iba Dojo.
Shingyoto Ryu, one of the 4 oldest and most respected fencing, quote-unquote, fencing.
You mean kendo?
Yeah.
Kendo.
Schools in Edo. Hachiro Iba is the eldest son of the head of the family and institution. The Iba Dojo, a dojo run by the Iba. Shut up! A dojo run by the Iba family, who are teachers of the Shin-Gyoto Ryu swordsmanship. It is also known as Renbukan. I skipped a line. Sorry.
Yep.
Which is one of the top dojos in Edo. The Iba Dojo and my dojo socialized often, so this is how we came to know each other. This guy is a total bastard. Yes, that's right. When I got word that I would be coming to Kyoto, I was excited, because I knew I would see Toshi.
Iba's eyes shined with adoration, but Hijikata scoffed and rolled his eyes.
Whatever. Just keep in mind, Kyoto isn't exactly a vacation destination. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. However, despite it being so dangerous, it seems even a woman can be with the Shinsengumi.
Iba glanced at me when he asked his question before looking to Hijikata. And we're gonna stop it there. Sorry guys, I am seriously not feeling well right now. My eyes, I've been wearing makeup the past 2 days and my eyes are bugging me. And
So we're calling it an end for today?
Yeah, we're gonna stop here. We got a good 2 hours in, so. We've still got a nice backlog of Fire Emblem and Arts and Elico, so. Tomorrow, we start our new show!
For real this time.
Seriously!
Oh my god, yes!
After tons of work and scrambling, and me damn near losing my fucking mind over all this, we are starting our new show tomorrow. With
I can't
special
wait.
guests, plural. Can't wait to see you guys there. But in the meantime, just a reminder, there is no stream next weekend because it's Anime Next. But in the meantime, matane!
Johnny!
Until next time.
Hey guys, do you like our content? Do you want to support the show? Click the link in the description below to visit our donation page. All proceeds go towards new and better equipment and games you want to see us play. Everyone who donates will get a special shout out at the end of future videos, and we're currently working on setting up some special perks for you. If you don't want to donate, that's okay too. You can support us by subscribing and clicking that bell icon so you get notified whenever we put out a new video. A huge thank you to Kyle Sheridan for donating and helping to keep our show going. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode. If you'd like to find out how I ended up in Kyoto, click the box on the left to check out last episode.
Or, if you'd like something a little different, head to that box on the right to check out Saving Throw, where the members of Revolutionary Productions play through ridiculous adventures in the world of Dungeons & Dragons. Seriously, go check it out. That's an order.
Hijikata? You can't just order the viewers around.
I can if they're all like you.